resistance that you are seeing, the resistance. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. Just a second. In case one, what you have done is, I have considered the effect of CGS alone, and meanwhile, the other two capacitances, that is CL and CGD, is maintained as a zero. Okay. And looking into the capacitance CGS, where was CGS connected before? CGS was connected between ground and gate, right? So looking into this terminal, we have only one resistance available. So that can be directly written as RGS. So RGS is RSIC. Why it is named as RGS? Because RGS is a resistance obtained after looking into CGS. But while calculating, you have to ensure that VSIG is short circuited. That is why we are having this ground at RSIC. That you can write, that is case 1. After that, we will go with case 2. In case 2, you can draw the circuit diagram. Okay. This is meant for analyzing with the CGD alone. You draw the circuit. This is for case 1 and this is for case 2. So in case 2, what I will do is, I will take only CGD. CGD means between gate and drain, I have connected one capacitance. So that will be open circuited, and looking into that gate and drain terminal, what and all resistances we have, that we need to identify and put as one equation. But unfortunately, we don't find any resistances across this particular terminal. Unlike your previous case, case 1, right? If you want to write directly, you should see some physical resistances connected between those corresponding terminals. Can you find any physical resistances connected across G and D in this case? No, right? So in order to determine the resistance, what you need to do, you have to introduce one test current source. This already you have done previously. The same thing I'm repeating again. Okay. I'm introducing one test current source IX, and across which I have mentioned a voltage Vx. So if you can find the ratio between Vx and Ix, you can find RGD, where RGD is a resistance that you have obtained after looking into the capacitive terminals CGD. So let us check how you can find that RGD. So for that, you have to apply KCL at node G. KCL at node G. Students, check the circuit and tell me if any incoming currents are available to gate. Do you find any incoming current to this terminal gate? There is any incoming current? No. So this current is a leaving current, and also the current passing through RSIC, that can be also considered as a leaving current, because here it is ground, right? Always a current will be having a tendency to flow from high voltage to low voltage. So What will be the current passing through R sig? What will be the current passing through R sig in terms of the voltage? What is the voltage? VGS, right? Voltage at the gate terminal is VGS because source is ground. So VGS by R sig, that is a current flowing through R sig. And another current we have is IX, which is also away from gate. So the two currents we need to add together and put it as 0. Any doubts with respect to this equation? Both currents are outgoing current. One is IX, another one is a current flowing through R sig, which is VGS by R sig. Take this term to the right hand side. So IX is equal to minus VGS by R sig, equation number 1. Now we will go with the other node D. Now to this node, what is the entering current? Entering current is IX, and we have two leaving current. One is the current GMVGS and another current is a current passing through RL dash. In order to find the current passing through RL dash, you should know what voltage here you have. The total voltage at the drain terminal is given by VGS plus VX, right? At the gate terminal, you are having VGS plus this voltage. This voltage plus this voltage is equal to the voltage across the load resistance by simply applying the KVL. Write it. What is the drain voltage? The voltage across the RL dash is given by the gate voltage plus Vx. So this is your VGS and this is your Vx. So VGS plus Vx is nothing but the voltage across the load resistance RL dash. So what will be the current through RL dash? Tell me what will be the current through RL dash? What will be the current through RL dash? Apply Ohm's law and tell me what will be the current through RL dash.
Sir, VGS plus Vx divided by RL dash.
Very good. VGS plus Vx divided by RL dash is the current flowing through the load resistance. So now you got all the current equations. You can apply the KCL and write equation number 2. So this is your equation. Ix is equal to Gm VGS plus Vx by RL dash. Here, which is your unwanted term? You are going to find the ratio between Vx and Ix. So the only unknown term, the only term that you would like to include in this equation is Ix and Vx. So which is the unwanted term?
VGS.
VGS. Yes, VGS is unwanted term. So you need to replace that VGS in terms of Ix that we already got from the previous equation number 1. So instead of VGS, you can write minus Ix into R sig. Let's multiply it. So from equation number 1, you can write VGS as minus Ix into R sig, that you are going to substitute here as well as here. Now take all the terms consisting of Ix to the left hand side. Take all the terms consisting of Ix to the left hand side. So Ix plus GmIx into R sig. Here RL dash is common denominator. If you split it, you will have minus Ix R sig by RL dash. So that can be taken to the left hand side. It will be plus Ix R sig by RL dash. And the only term having Vx is Vx by RL dash, that will be retained in the right hand side. Now take Ix common. Take Ix common. Then find the ratio between Ix and Vx. That RL dash you can multiply to the left hand side, right? If I'm taking Ix along with Vx, I need to multiply RL dash with this entire term and finalize with the equation. So Vx by Ix is equal to, if I multiply RL dash here, it will become RL dash plus GM RSig into RL dash plus RSig into RL dash. After that, I can take RL dash common from the first two terms. So this is the required expression, Vx by Ix, that is nothing but your RGD. So as of now, I have found the resistance, effective resistance across a gate drain terminal after open circuiting that CGD and looking into that terminal. Please understand that whenever we are not seeing any physical resistances across the required terminal, we need to connect a dummy current source, mark a voltage across that current source, apply KCL to both the nodes, form two equations, okay, give substitutions wherever necessary, that is unwanted terms need to be replaced, find the ratio between Vx and Ix, that is your required resistance. Now, can you tell me which is the next step? As of now, I have found two resistance. One is RGS and second one is RGD. Case 1 and case 2 is finished. Now, tell me what is case 3? There are three capacitances, right? So I need to take one by one capacitances. Already I took CGD, CGS cases and I found RGD, RGS. Now, which is the third case?
CL, sir.
CL.
We have.
Yeah. So I need to consider my output node CL, open the terminal, look into the terminal, what resistance you are finding, right? Draw the particular circuit. But please ensure that at that time CGD and CGS will be discarded. So this has, because of this CGD and CGS effect, the input circuit will lose its connection with your output, and all the current and voltage sources, it will be deactivated. So in that way, I will not consider GM VGS. These two I will delete. So the only circuit that I'm having with us is this part. And I need to open this terminal and looking into it, what I'm having only R0 and RL dash. I mean RL. R0 and RL together, I'm calling it as RL dash, isn't it? So case 3 equivalent circuit, you can draw it in this particular way. So why I am not considering GMVGS? GMVGS is a current source. Similarly, V6 is a voltage source. While evaluating the resistance, we will not consider any voltage or current sources in the circuit. It has to be deactivated. So here, do you require any circuit analysis? No, right? With the direct observation itself, you will be able to write RCL. I call it as RCL because the previous two resistances, I named it as RGS and RGD. That is the resistance obtained after looking into the terminals of CGS and CGD respectively. Similarly, I will call this resistance as RCL. That is a resistance that I obtained after looking into the capacitive terminal CL. So all the resistance I found. Now what I will do, students, I will multiply the time constants together and I will add. So the total time constant, I will name it as tau h. Now substitute the results that you obtain from case 1, case 2, case 3 into this equation of tau h. Are you following? Bhanu Prakash?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you find any difficulty, you can ask any doubts or queries, whatever you have. Don't hesitate. hesitate to ask doubts. But this subject is very easy, okay? If you know the concepts, it is very easy. If you don't miss the class, if you are attending it regularly, writing the lecture notes, it will be very easy for you. Otherwise, the last moment study, that will not work out. So now you have substituted all those values for RGS, RGD, and RCL, whatever it is obtained. After that, what you will do, you should take the reciprocal. Then you will get omega h. After that, you will multiply it with 2 pi or divide it with 2 pi. That is your f. So I have just written the equation here. The equation for fh, you can substitute here directly and finish off the expression. So in this way, we have derived our cutoff frequency. Now you need to remember the three results of RGD, RGS, and RCL. Case 1, case 2, case 3 results you should remember for numerical analysis. So what is the procedure? Finding the three time constants together, adding all the three, taking the reciprocal, that will be your omega h, then divide with 2 pi, that will be your fh. So here I have written the expression of your cutoff frequency directly, that is 1 by 2 pi into 2h. So you need to remember the results that we have obtained from case 1, case 2, case 3. Put all the three results in a box. Case 1 is RGS is equal to RSig. Case 2, RGD is equal to RSig into 1 plus GM RL dash into, 1 plus GM into RL dash. Case 3, RL dash. Here, see, I have taken RL dash common, right? Here I have taken RL dash common like this. So RSig into, yeah, same thing. RSig into 1 plus GM RL dash plus RL dash plus this is your case 3, CL into RL dash. Case 1, case 2, case 3, both results, all the three results have been added. Then you can take the reciprocal of the sum, that will be your omega h. Once you get omega h divided with 2 pi, that is your fh. That means directly you can write fh is equal to 1 by 2 pi into tau h. So tomorrow we will do one numerical problem based upon this analysis. So as far as this analysis is concerned, the derivation is important. The results of all the three cases are important for doing the numerical problem. I will stop my class today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir.